not doing what I'm doing, it's not
Oh,
probably a good idea.
well, we are on air. What's up, guys? Jen, go ahead.
Howdy.
Disclaimer. Tell everybody what you're doing.
I am driving in my car with my cell phone hooked to my little hands-free device, and I'm chatting with y'all. So, kids, don't try this at home. Definitely don't try this at home.
Yeah. The way it sounds, I've got a blizzard. Okay, we'll probably see Jen go through a drive-through. And we're going to be watching The Dark Crystal tonight, 1982. Now, tell me that was not a good year for movies. When I was digging this out, I've got a ton of movies that just happen to be from 1982. And what's funny is all those great movies, they flopped. I heard this flopped or something. I remember watching it in the theater when I was 9. I thought it was great.
Flop?
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard it flopped, man. Like it about put Henson out of business or something. The way they were talking, I don't know. It's a classic now. I mean, it's made money over the years. So,
Yeah.
I don't think it was flop, but I think it was is it didn't make as much money as they hoped, but because of the cult following after it's the one that just made money then.
yeah. But like, when I was like going through my DVDs and stuff, like in 1982 we had E.T. Got that on VHS, and then you had Blade Runner, another movie that kind of flopped, but I mean it's a classic too. Oh man, now I'm gonna go blank. Wrath of Khan, one of the greatest movies ever. You don't even have to like Star Trek. Didn't
Yep.
Tron that year?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
82.
And then like one of the Disney movies came out. Was it like Fox and the Hound or The Black Cauldron or something like that? I don't know.
Black Cauldron. I know that wasn't a success like in Disney terms, but I remember hearing people talking about how they didn't even believe that was a Disney movie because it was so dark.
I watch it and it puts me to sleep. I have it on VHS too, man. I mean, it really does put me to sleep. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember liking it, but
But like The Dark Crystal, man, I always thought that was like a classic. That was one of those movies where you stopped everything and you watched it when it came on.
yeah. I'll be honest, I haven't seen it in probably, I don't know, 15 years now.
All right.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
It's probably been about 6 months for me, man. There's only one line in the movie that I can't stand, and it's not what she says, it's the delivery, man. You'll hear me. I'm giving you, that's my disclaimer. You'll hear me be like, "Fuck," But yeah, I think it's got such a huge follow, man. It's got comic books. It's got a big. I think there's a manga series of this and Labyrinth over in Japan. We talked about it before, and I tried to look it up. The whole movie is on YouTube for free, and then you can also watch it for like $1.99. But forever, there was a guy who went into this, and he put in all the deleted scenes and made one great big huge expanded movie out of it. That was on YouTube.
Oh.
I didn't see it today, man. But yeah, he added probably about I think 20 minutes to it, and it was spectacular. It was really good. So,
Damn.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun to see.
Oh yeah, before we get started, I got this. I got the Marvel Spectacular movie adaptation.
I have that one.
Yeah. Did you see the poster? You still got the poster?
I don't think so. The one I got is I've had God forever. It's in pretty ratty condition.
Yeah.
But well, wasn't it a while back? I found oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's even got the little creature there at the bottom.
Huh.
The Gelflings, and then what was that thing's name? Zugzug? No, wait a minute. Zugzug was Ted from Caveman. We'll find out.
I don't. Like you said, it's been a while since I've watched it. I don't remember.
I'm just glad nobody's made like a Baby Race the Dark Crystal or this crazy.
Ruthie,
What?
Oh, she's in the drive-thru. Okay, we'll start the she's done in the drive-thru.
else we did. The black pepper. Black olive. Okay.
That's funny. Like I said, as soon as she's through the drive-thru, we'll start the movie. We got one viewer, so I'm like updating them. So.
Nice.
It was a while back.
We are doing that crystal here in just a minute.
It was a while back at the flea market. Not the regular guy I go to. There was a guy sit up at one of the tables outside. He had like 50 cents or dollar books. And he had the whole was it 3-issue miniseries they did in the regular comic format of Dark Crystal?
It was 2 or 3. I think I have one or 2 of those. But I cannot find the Labyrinth comic book series anywhere. They did 3 issues and it was and I cannot find it.
I have it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
that's why I found it and there and got it because I had never seen the comic format one, and I looked them up, and hell, on eBay sometimes they go for like $30-$40 for a set.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
That's actually good. The sellers are going down because they were seriously going for that. Number 1 was going for $60 on eBay.
Damn.
And I looked it up on Comic Book Around. It's not worth $60. That's what people are paying for it. Whew.
Goodness.
Alright.
I guess you get the right buyer.
Oh, shit. That is with any.
I don't see my phone anywhere, so we'll just tell people what scene they're on in the movie. So.
Yeah, I don't have a timer on mine. I'd have to download an app or something.
Yeah. I tell you what, man, that heavy metal one we did, that thing is still tracking, man. Every now and then I'll get a message about they're glad they did that. They wish they knew we were doing it. It's like, I don't know if people are actually watching all these movies even all the way through, but wait a minute, what's she showing? That's hardest. That's funny.
Oh. Yesterday was Doctor Who Day.
I know why I was showing it. That's my TARDIS.
That's what I want. We'll get into TARDIS and we'll go to like Dark Crystal Land, you know.
I wish.
I'm about to pay for food. Maybe I got chicken strips.
Okay. We're going to have to mute you.
As soon as she pays, we'll start. That's funny.
I'm next in line. The order, did you? I took the ear mic away from my face.
It didn't help.
You can turn the phone and get the guy handing you the food. You know, tell him to wait.
I could try.
Have him wave and say, "Thank you very, very much."
Actually, if she's a sultry Latino lady, let me talk to her.
No, it's
either
a lady, but
or an Indian.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if she's a lady or not after I talk to her.
I like the other lady that you me on. This lady's an idiot.
I'll let you know if she's an idiot after I talk to her. No.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, she's an idiot. You know? I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, listen, we gotta do that.
No.
Oh my God! Have you guys watched the Rick and Morty show?
Every now and then I catch an episode of it.
I finally watched my first episode the other day, and I can't watch a whole bunch in a row, man. It's too much, but it's a good show, man. I mean, I'm like,
it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Screaming on my nerves.
You know who they're supposed to be, right?
They look like Doc Brown and Marty.
That's who they are.
Ah.
The guy, there's a YouTube channel, Cartoon Hangover. It's a channel that shows Bravest Warriors and some other cartoons by the guy that started Adventure Time and shit.
Yeah.
And they did 107 facts about Rick and Morty. The guy that created that show, it started out as a 5-minute short for some monthly film festival thing in L.A. and it was the Adventures of Doc Brown and Marty. But when they took it to Cartoon Network, they changed the names, and that was about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I have seen a few episodes. I don't watch TV enough to catch it all the time, but the few episodes I've seen it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I saw clips. I want to find the episode, but I found clips where he had a sex bot, and he just kept going upstairs. And his mom and dad and Doc Brown were sitting there listening to him, and then he'd come down and he grabbed like this whole carton of orange juice and killed it, and everybody was commenting how he hit the orange juice like a man. Then he went back upstairs. Well, what was so cool is that I'm glad I'm getting old because nobody caught that the sex bot. It looked like the robot off of an old album from the '80s, a band called Autograph. The song "Turn Up the Radio." They used the robot on that album cover as the sex bot in this cartoon.
Huh.
I was looking at that going, I know where they got that.
I know that song. I've heard the band. I've never seen the album cover.
Oh, go back and watch the video. It made me go back and watch the video. If you want to know, like, the epitome of 1984, that's the video, man. It is 1984. There's nothing in that that can transcend that year. I mean, it's not 1983. It's not 1985. It is that moment of 1984. That's it. It cannot exist in any other year, Even the hardest can't save it.
That was a good time. 80s.
All right, she's got the food. She's on her way. She's, 15 minutes away from you?
5.
All right.
Dairy Queen is literally, we could walk it from the house in probably about 5-10 minutes, depending on how slow you are.
Do you have it set at the Universal logo?
Yeah, I got it back as far as it'll go right when the logo comes on. Are you ready, man?
Yeah.
All right. Do a countdown for us. You can do it this time.
I can do it. Here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, play.
Awesome.
I miss the old Universal logo.
I was about to say that, man. I mean, you remember when you're sitting in that theater and like it would go black for a minute, and everybody would get quiet, and then those logos would come on.
Oh, Paramount was best.
And the good thing is,
with the lady, the Statue of Liberty looking lady.
Makes sense.
Now you go to watch a movie and they have 15 logos pop up.
It's like Family Guy, and you're sitting there, another logo, like 7 times.
I like how like ladies
They're on Skype.
And like in the '70s, like anything you watched, it was like out in the light. When you watched American Bandstand, you could tell they were recording that show like at 12 o'clock noon. You know what I mean? You could just tell, right? The '80s now, man, and everything got like this dark little twist. I mean, like the opening of this film. I mean, it's a castle that looks freaking evil with black clouds around it, and you go inside. I mean, everything just got dark back then.
You're right.
The skeksis.
Never really knows that. These things always creep me out as a kid. They didn't scare me. They were just creepy.
I don't think they were least that scary, but they were like gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are the skeksis. What were the other ones called? The good ones that raised the gelfling. I don't remember what they're called. If you look real close at their face, they have designs and runes embedded in their face and stuff that I didn't notice until a couple years ago.
Huh.
Now that Tim Merritt cut his hair, I doubt we'll find like him in all these movies anymore.
Woo! I made it.
That's cool.
You know, I never noticed this either. You remember early '90s cartoon Pirates of Dark Water?
It's funny you should say that. Yeah. What about it?
So it's very similar.
I was gonna say that the font for the logo is the same as the Dark Crystal.
Well played, sir. I tell you what, this is one of the good things about those freaking hippies, man. They had great imaginations when they got out of there. They had a touch. They had a feel for fantasy, you know.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of freaking junkies, man, on the crystal, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now that we're over the overtones, or they never came out with action figures of these guys either, did they?
I've never seen any.
There
They just
are.
showed a guy.
There are. I'm part of a Dark Crystal fan group on Facebook, and they keep showing all the merchandise and stuff, and there were action figures for the movie. They're very, very, very rare.
They just showed somebody who was a producer or something. Man, he had the coolest last name ever. His last name was Laser.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like David Laser or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, look at this. These look like Yes album covers from the '70s, man. I mean, look. I'm out there where you're looking down the mountains. You had the moon and the sun and all that stuff.
Yeah. Now it's that sand drawing.
I love that shit.
Can't really hear it. I'm afraid to turn it up anymore, man. It'll come through the speaker. Now we're with the Mystics. Okay, the Skeksis are on the crystal. These guys are on the ganja.
Yeah.
Yeah, now look at his face. I thought those were just wrinkles. Those are rooms in their face.
I know a couple of people
It is.
that are doing cosplays of this and have sculpted the face and everything. It's pretty wicked. I'd love to go to Dragon Con to see them in action.
I want to walk like that.
Naked Gelfling!
I never caught that. He was naked by the waterfall, floating pipes.
I noticed he was naked when I was a little kid.
Now once more the world must undergo a time of testing. Now it must be healed.
Sounds like Alec Guinness is the narrator. I know it's not, but
This time, Jen is the chosen one.
Luke, blow your pipe.
For today his master lies down, and the journey must begin. Journey of Jen.
The journey of Jim. Going on a journey?
The hairy slug.
One.
Is that the nothing?
We know where it came from now.
Uh-huh.
Atreyu. Oh. That's our next one. The never-ending story, man. You got that one?
Yeah.
I've watched every behind-the-scenes thing I could find this movie. It's so freaking awesome.
It's a Fraggle.
Each one of the mystics,
Pretty much.
believe it or not, is only one puppeteer controlling those things.
It looks like Michael Jackson, man. They were They knew what was going to happen. Yeah, this is sad. The Rats in the Inn, The Secret of Nim came out in '82 too, and that was dark.
That was one of Don Bluth's earlier films?
That was the first one under his own company. Yeah. Disney movies went downhill so bad in the '70s because they told them things they could and couldn't do, and they were recycling old sequences from other movies. Like if you watch all those movies, they all do the same dance. When they get a guy and a girl dancing, it's the same dance going all the way back to Snow White or Robin Hood. And Don was like, we're animators, and you're like, they were telling them things they could and couldn't do. So Don Bluth and a whole bunch of them were working on the weekends for years making Secret of Nim. And that's where it brought back the art of animation and, just, being dramatic,
Mm-hmm.
But like I know in the '70s it must have been getting on animators' nerves at Disney because that's when they started sneaking stuff into Disney cartoons. They had to recall a whole bunch of the rescuers because there's a part where I don't know if a bird or something is diving, and when they go by a building and you can see the window, they put a naked woman, like a real picture of a naked woman for a split second.
Mm-hmm. There's dozens of videos on YouTube where they pause it right there and zoom in on it. Yeah.
I mean, this is a dark opening film. And first thing that happens is that, you fall in love with this real nice guy, this little mystic here, and then he freaking dies at the very beginning of it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's why it put a lot of people off back then. It's supposed to be for kids because it's puppets and stuff, but it's so dark and it's not just for kids.
Well, it's trying to be, this is like dream story, you know what I mean? Like, it had adult overtones and all that stuff. That's why I think it's a great piece of work. It's got tension in it. People die in this thing,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, why am I going blank now? What's her name? The witch? Aria? Is that her name? Audra. When Audra came out in this movie, I was like, what the hell is going on? I think the world changed for me, man.
Chamberlain in this movie drives me crazy with his mewling.
Yeah.
Amen.
That was perfect timing.
And what's great is all the people doing the voices. The people that do the voices, you can clearly tell what other voices they've done in other Muppet stuff,
Thank you. They didn't give me any, apparently.
Man, these guys are pink. Look at those outfits, man.
Their outfits were a symbol of how much power they had. According to the behind the scenes from Jim Henson. That's why when he gets in trouble and they strip him down, that's how they shame him.
Yeah. Where they got that buzzard look to them, I would have liked this more than Equal Dead. So maybe it's a good thing I wasn't on the show, Now they're filling each other up.
That was creepy right there. See, if you notice how he goes painfully and very brutally disintegrates like that, whereas the mystics just go really, really peacefully.
Yeah.
Another way that they tried to separate the two races. Fight time!
That's what meth does to you.
If you live by the crystal, you will die by the crystal.
Yep.
And there he goes.
Twinkles away.
He's joining the force.
Yeah. Yoda? No, Is that you, Ben? You died alone. They didn't. I mean, I'm seeing a difference. One man band.
Wait, I thought they say you can't take it with you when you die.
That's what you ready to say.
Whoa.
The shard before we get something disgusting.
Ready to do it. All right. Alone.
They knew how to make sets back then.
Yeah. It's real subtle storytelling.
They said, I was watching something about Legends. They said the set for the forest scene took an entire complete soundstage.
Yeah.
Which fully built, had real birds and animals let loose in it and everything, which caused a problem at one point.
This part reminds me of something I never really know what people out. Like what they're talking about, people being there and everybody plotting and stuff. Like a James Bond movie.
Makes me think of like ancient Rome or something.
Yeah, like this one guy should have stabbed the guy to death. You know, like they did to you.
Yeah.
That's probably it. He probably did it.
No, wait, stop, you can't.
Spithead.
Get it on my temper. I tell it.
Hmm?
You know there's some boys fuckers in like we're gonna have like, you know, we're gonna hit the rock. Yeah. Get the rock out.
Wait. They bring out blades.
It's whoever cuts the deepest into the rock that comes into it.
Whoever can make the biggest chip in the stone.
Yeah, yeah.
The emperor. Chamberlain
Like,
miscalculated.
all right, you know, it's like get the rock.
Would have been better if they brought out rocks and started throwing them at one another.
It should have been a Gelfling on a stick, you know.
It's an obelisk.
It's a pylon left over from Land of the Lost. It's like a giant piece of flint, seriously though. That's another thing, the attention to detail. Look at that rock, right? They've been there a long time and gone through a whole bunch of people with the emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm awesome. Beat my spark. Dead slobber.
It's his medication. He can't help it.
Woo!
Shit, they need another rock.
Yeah, one's never enough.
Yeah, it reminds me of Flash Gordon. It's the same thing.
He sounded almost like Ludo from
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Well played. Now that I'm older, this scene makes me very nervous. Like it's a bad prison shower scene. A little bit of nervous.
Yeah, that very uncomfortable scene in American History X.
You could really take that scene out of context, cut it down, and do something with it, and it would be very disturbing.
Yeah.
They're very strange looking, aren't they?
It's like a bird with no feathers.
But as thin as he looked, I don't see how he was wearing all those clothes and actually holding himself up.
It's like a guy that drives a real big truck. They wear big clothes to make up for little things. Did you remember the new X-Men when they brought in Beast?
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 Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what he looks like.
Isn't that the one that Cyclops ended up killing?
Oh, I
He's
don't
been
know.
beaten up.
Now, after Morrison left, I didn't read anymore. So they went to the future where the Beast took over the world or something, and Beast had grown into like the big hot guy with a bat, with a bat. He grew up to be a badass.
Huh.
When his feathers came in, he looked glorious,
He froze up on me. Ugh. Giant beetles.
Giant crab.
Oh hell, he completely froze up.
What? Oh, he's coming unfroze.
Huh?
You froze on us.
Yeah, it froze up for a minute.
I thought I was just not being funny.
No, it froze up. You were saying something and you were talking about, and it froze, and you were like this.
At least I was in a cool pose,
Yeah, usually when you freeze, you get unlucky and you look derpy. Counseling.
We got one viewer, man. I kind of wonder who it is. I wonder if we got any comments.
Ugh.
It's got
You
a
think
comment.
Let's find out.
He froze again.
Well, now he's on there twice.
You still there?
Yeah.
All right, that was Google, man. Google shut down, then it came back. At least it came back on its own that time. It's got me smoking a cigarette.
Yep. No, there's nothing posted on the live chat thing.
Yeah, it's got a comment section on here, and it says add sources, but you can't add anything.
That figures.
Yeah, here we go.
Opera! She's like 5,000, 10,000 years old. She's old as shit.
She looks like it.
And she's still got touchy babies in this. She's awesome. I mean, she stole the movie. You figure it'd be 10,000 years. Yeah, it'd be 10,000 years old before it's a bigger home. Ah, she's lovely.
If I met you in person, I'd kind of be afraid of you.
Now that we know what shard means, now that we're like older, we're looking at them like that, makes a whole new context. When you say the word shard, she's like, gross, bad, you know. Yeah, follow me in the cave, little boy.
It'll be okay. She's harmless.
They had an excerpt from the Dark Crystal comic that's out now.
Yeah.
It's like a prequel to all this stuff in one of the free comic book day books. Forget which one. It was like last year or the year before. And it was Abra talking with her son, and it was 5,000 years before this.
I think I have that, and I think I put it up. So this is a flip book to a guy named Dave Peterson, and he either did Mouse Card in that flip book, or he did a Muppet Story or something. I can't remember what he did on it. That is awesome. I want that robot.
I have that book. Oh yeah. That's a huge planetary system.
There's the Death Star right in the middle. There goes Aldrin. It's a giant clock.
The angle of the earth. I know it's coming. Thousands of years ago, there was
What do you call those things?
And this movie, if you're not careful, you'll look like forget you're on camera and watching the whole thing.
Conjunction junction.
You tell me.
That's Stevie Nicks in about 3,000 years. I just figured that out. She's Stevie Nicks. It's Stevie Nicks.
I couldn't believe I gave her like old woman saggy boobs.
And you can see a nipple in there.
Yeah.
Remind me.
A damn gigantic clock, universal mobile thing, and they've got the conjunction, but she never invented the bra.
None of them.
Now that's the story we need to know. How the heck she get the stars?
Yeah.
She's got kids, man. She just squatted like she's going to drop one. I think she's a drip dry kind of lady. That's all I'm saying.
For a she's got more hair on her chin than I do.
Oh no.
No, it's not purple.
That's right. Play that pipe, boy.
Oh, it doubles as a slingshot. Aha! It's the one on the right. Now she's got crabs.
Those are some nasty looking things, man.
Yes, they are.
Damn dirty ape. He jumped out the window and he landed on Artex, the horse. Atreyu. He's sliding on the turtle.
Have we done this learning story yet?
No. I just when he said never ended the story, my Tourette's kicked in and I just yelled it out. I mean, you know.
You see what they did to Godzilla? You're just standing there with his head on fire.
We should do a learning
Just
story.
like Godzilla.
It's a raptor. Oh, there it is. You're a little bit ahead of me.
That's the second time they showed it.
I
got
a valley. I got mountains with sunrise. Yeah. Okay.
Now it's going to the Mystic.
I'm gonna give me one of those walking sticks, man. These guys are the Steven Tyler of fantasy. We're going to go kick my ass. Slowly.
Well, you said they've been hitting the ganja.
Yeah, well, that scene right there where they showed him the cliffside, the Lord of the Rings saw that.
Yeah.
That's where Gandalf looks at that place that has the library, you know, or whatever it was. Oh yeah, I love this part. There's this little hill thing that's actually a mouth that eats something. Here it comes. Well, yeah, here it is. I love this part.
Yeah.
That's how I would have died. The Venus flytrap, you know.
Yeah. Like a land crab, clam.
That's something right out of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm telling you, man. Here, we'll sleep here. Crawl in here with me, baby.
Tell me.
I want to go play in that.
No. Those look like weird French ticklers. And tell me that a movie has to have CGI to make something like that.
That's why I love this movie. It's all practical. Everything's made.
And it's just funny they've lost that the art of that. Very few people can do that now.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing about YouTube, man. People are actually doing animation at their house, and when you see real animation now, it's kind of weird to see it. You know? Oh. See, this makes me think of Avatar, like how they made that world. It was all CGI and stuff, and then you got this. It's just, you know.
Yeah. I'm all for CGI in certain aspects, but when you have people that can make stuff like this practically, Bigfoot was here.
It makes a better movie. I mean, Star Wars finally shows how far, you know, how bad CGI can get. You know.
Yeah.
And even the new Star Wars, they went back to practical effects. The guy, J.J. Abrams' daughter begged him and said, use film and make real sets and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad. It gives me hope for the new one.
Yeah. That's funny.
That thing on the right side of the screen waving with the thorns or whatever, I'm thinking Japanese alien tentacle.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll go with Kraken.
Yeah, what she said.
There's a diagram floating around about Fiskig's anatomy. Fiskig doesn't have a brain.
Really?
I don't know if it's from Henson or what, but there's no brain cavity.
It's probably the size of a walnut. This would suck. I mean, really. You know, every thought in your head.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting there going, I just saw old lady with a nipple.
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You see what I'm saying? Here's where I learned to wipe my ass.
Oh, you do it from the front?
No, you're supposed to go back to front, not front to back. No, wait. I think I got that wrong. Wait a minute.
Somebody tell me years ago you can tell if you were raised more by your mom or your dad, you know, if guys white from between their legs or from behind. I really don't want to know which one taught me how to do that.
Oh man, next time I'm gonna end up paying attention next time. Shit.
Oh Lord. I just prefer to think that, you know, that's one of those things it just comes naturally to us. When the time comes for you to do that, you know, you're just like, oh wait, no, this is how you just know.
He's taking a dump now and it's making him rise 6 feet into the air.
Whoa. That's one hell of a tapeworm.
Bullshit. I don't know, man.
Right, bark.
His gig. I don't know. On my phone.
They all sat down for a feast of roast beef. Okay, this is kind of grossing me out. Close your mouth when you chew, damn it. They really went all out making these creatures disgusting.
Gluttony. They have all the 7 sins. Oh man, somebody did an article saying that DC needs to wake up because the only book that DC had that outsold Archie was Batman. Archie finally beat DC Comics.
Huh.
I'll read that later.
Damn. I heard that the new Archie written by Mark Waid was pretty good.
Oh man, I was hoping he made it.
Not quite.
That was like a rat that escapes from that lab. Where like you want him to catch it, but when it makes it to the door, you're like, yeah, spin the dog. You know, he made it. He got a human ear on his back, but he made it. You know. One of the gelflings.
What do you want with me?
I never noticed it, but everything in this movie is old except the gelflings.
Get my eyes for you.
Yeah?
See what was it? The elder Faraday.
Dog, get the dog. The big dog can. You want Gelflings swinging at me?
Turn mine down, man. I'm starting to sync up with you somehow. You guys go ahead of me, and now we're getting closer.
Gelfling dog. Nothing but order. Only mildew, mother and man, stand and trample and say.
That's true as hell on him.
Lord, not for long. What is that with me?
It's like Stevie Nicks yelling at Mick Fleetwood. You're going to squat again. You're going to shit in their fucking.
I'm not girlfriend.
No.
Let's go back, boy.
I want to shit when you eat.
You want a gelfling? I'll give you a gelfling.
About 6 inches high. And steaming mad. Here's your fucking shard. Right. And now we come up to the chocolate river. God. Told you things got dark in the 80s. I'm sorry, but she really gets on my nerves, man. She really gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
Kind of lucky that the two surviving creatures of the race are opposite genders, so they can reprocreate, right?
Well, in fairy tale land, yeah. But I mean, what's going to happen is they're going to end up either sleeping with their kids or the kids going to end up sleeping with each other. I mean, just let them die. You know.
That's what I was just thinking.
Thanks to Star Trek, I know you need at least 30 couples minimum. You know. And there's still a chance of things going wrong. You know.
Actually, yeah, that is about right.
Or eating back to back. This has the same plot hole that the Hobbit does. Because later in the movie, you find out she can fly. Why doesn't she just fucking grab them and fly to where they're going?
Huh. It's like, yeah, why didn't they call the Eagles?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that the Eagles didn't have anything else to do.
I got a feeling J.R. Tolkien, whenever he got asked that question, that's when he would excuse himself. I'm sick. I got to go, you know. I'm not feeling well. Look, it's food for the bigger animals.
Those are the ancestors of the Fraggles. Here they act more like hobbits or dwarves.
They're simple people. They're farmers. This is what happens when you have one couple to make a species. The movie answers its own question.
Yep.
This reminds me of a bar in West Virginia I went to. That girl that came up to the table, what she really asked him was, like, I'd ask you to dance, honey, but you'd break my heart if you said no. That's the coolest guy in the whole village, the drummer. He's the one that's not quite right. Except the beat. Remember the Muppet Show whenever they do the skits where they're in the ballroom dancing? That's what it reminds me of. I'm waiting for a joke now. You know.
ADD kid!
No.
Kick that ball. See that smoke? That's the ganja.
Where are the mystics?
They're saying the hell out of that. These are really cannibals. This is really a village of cannibals. This is like hostile.
I was just thinking, with the smoke flying around, are they in Foreman's basement?
Could be. The circle is going to appear.
That was kind of ocarina.
Of time?
No. Just a regular one.
Oh, shit. They got crabs, too.
It's the cops. It's the fuzz. Run. Oh, Superman fell.
You know, I think that the Power Rangers stole idea for one of their monsters from these crab things.
Yeah.
And that's a critter.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Got it. I never would have put that together, but as soon as you said it, it was so obvious, man. Now I feel like oh, he hit the shard on a.
Hey man, you guys hear that? Burning down the house.
That's your asking. Look at what is the nasty weather? Yeah, true. Thanks, man. Put a dime in the jukebox.
Things are just, they are creepy.
That's the. Now we know where Gonzo came from. This is like great great grandfather.
I was thinking that earlier.
They're weirdos.
Alien.
We need Iron Maiden right here. You know, run for your life, run for the hills.
It is all your fault.
See, this is where like further in the movie when he finds out she can fly, I would have been flipping out on her like when the crabs came. Why didn't you fly our asses out of there? You know.
Heard of the shark?
Because I'm lazy.
I'd be like, why didn't you fly my ass to get me a blizzard?
Then why haven't you moved? And so the fellowship continued on.
Even the damn trees walked in this movie. The trees even walked.
They have a Groot?
Int.
I miss the other one. I never met them. Out here in the world.
Now, in all seriousness, that's another thing that this movie does that you don't see a lot of. They have these moments where things slow down and they just let the movie breathe for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're laying there in a field and you're coming in, you're panning. That's what keeps you in a movie. It lets you breathe before the next big thing happens. It tricks you into relaxing, then they throw something at you. It's like a horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's all good stories have that constant rise and fall.
Yeah.
Build tension and then relieve it and then build it back up. Ugh. I would not be holding a shard in my hand. Once.
Remember.
My precious.
Better ring.
Apparently, California's a pretty good builder. It's not a rich city.
Do they have hoof feet? Because they kind of look like horse-faced people.
They have toes.
I don't know, man. As many times as they showed Jen naked, you figure we know by now.
They showed her feet. See?
This took place in ancient Australia. Those are kangaroo people. That's what it is.
That looks just like the shark.
We're in Egypt. Sisters of Coast.
This is all right.
It says King Tut. Hey, right there, I would have put in that King Tut song by Steve Martin.
You know what that means, kid? And that's what my master is. I have to put it together. That prophecy? Yes. That's what gets it to Delphi. Yes. It's your safety. Wow.
The further the speech goes, the more he sounds like a Dalek, you know. Please.
Will you stop the document that?
Exterminate.
Oh, I found a channel. I found a website that you can get TV live as it happens. People stream it. It's for free. And I found the BBC channels, man. I'll be able to watch Doctor Who while it's airing in England before it airs here.
Oh, hell yeah. So, next month.
Here it goes. Please.
Now I know what I have to do. How do I get to the castle? I'll show you.
Yeah.
They went through so many different designs for these guys getting to work.
Here comes the Thunder Bunnies.
Landstriders!
Oh, I was gonna say, man, that's those creepy clown-looking things from Return to Oz with the wheels on their feet.
Yeah, I think they call them AT-ATs. I have Returned to Oz on VHS, man. I can't get through that movie, man. It's the bad '80s, like the Cindy Lauper years. You know, it's
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times. For some reason, my little sister liked that movie.
well, it's the little things that got me, man. Like even the bad guys had on eyeshadow, like androgynous and stuff. Where the hell do you buy eyeshadow in Oz? You know. And why do you put it on if you're like Clockwork Orange gang in the middle of Oz? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what that movie was channeling, man. I'm gonna have to go watch it again, but I think that movie was channeling some Stanley Kubrick, you know.
I was interested in the fact that they kind of went darker with that movie, and it wasn't quite as kid friendly, but yeah.
It supposedly followed the books first. I never read any of the books, you know.
I haven't either.
The Oz books were actually political satire, man, about how like politicians were like going after the gold versus the silver standard. That's why she had silver slippers and a golden brick road.
Yeah.
It was all political. These Thunder Bunnies crack me up, man. That bitch could fly, and she's like, no, let's get some wild animals.
They don't look like they'd be able to run. Like, as soon as they tried to take one of those really hard steps, their arms would break in half.
No, man. I think she just wants time with them. I think she's stalling. Don't want to share them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they can actually fly. I think all they can do is glide.
That was a black possum.
I wonder what kind of like parasites are getting out those thunder bunnies. You know, what kind of ticks and stuff. You know.
Mites.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just wrong here, man. This messed me up when I was a kid.
Yeah.
This is very Clockwork Orange.
Yes, it is. I never thought about that.
No, not Beethoven. Not the Beethoven. I hate all those labors I'm seeing Rocky Horror Picture Show now too. You know, I'm like, don't get hot and busted. No, not the Beethoven. You could take the dialogue from Clockwork Orange and put it right here and it'll work.
We need to do that.
I wish I had the stuff to do it. That'd be awesome. Not the Beethoven. I'll do whatever you say. Oh man, look! They even made his look, watch his breathing in his chest, man. That, I mean, oh my God, they went for it in this. He OD'd on the crystal, my friend.
Yes, he did. The one turning the lever. Does he not look like no, with the Muppets, Beaker and the scientist.
Dr. Munchkin Honeydew.
Yeah, he looks like him, just not green.
I'll take a look. Let me look again. You could have found the Easter egg that nobody else has seen in this. It's Viagra. I'm young.
But
you know what he's thinking, but they're not saying it. He's like, "Where's Stevie Nicks? Get ready now." The dance of the three snakes shall commence. Steroids.
Slave squeezer.
Like, thank God.
I don't know, for some reason.
You know what's bad about being 10,000 years old? You're only young for like 50 of that.
Yeah. Well, they say immortality would be a curse. I keep thinking that the witch lady, man, I don't know why, but I look at her and I'm thinking, man, Oprah got ugly when she got old.
Oprah without the CGI. Yeah.
Oprah on high definition TV.
The no makeup episode.
Yeah.
Oh, so to kill the hermit crabs, you not kill them, but to like, if you flip them over, they can't get back up. Oh man, nobody wants to see the bunny die.
Why didn't they use a Willem scream there?
We can put it in. We can do that. Eat that damn dog. Here we go.
The one and only time.
Why does she have moth wings and he doesn't?
She's a girl.
She's one answer.
No?
This is the line coming up that I can't stand. The way she delivers it. You're a boy. I can't. I hate that. The way she delivers that line.
I love the way she did it. It's perfect.
I don't mind what she's saying, but it's the way she's saying it, man. I'm like, I'm not fucking stupid. Bitch, you could have been flying us around. You know.
No, they can't fly. They can only glide.
I think she's a liar.
They usually are.
Oh no. No. I'm holding her responsible for herself, you know.
Yeah, climb into the giant mouth.
It's so obvious, you know. I want to see a statue where you got to climb in its ass. I mean, let's be real. If you want to hide something, you put the door in the ass. Nobody's going to go. Nobody's going to think about that. You know, you think the way in's through the ass.
Asses are exits only.
Which is why it would be the perfect place to hide the door.
No, that's how we get out. That's not how we'll get in. I'm not going ass to mouth.
I don't think that's a good idea. No!
Oh! If I had a cookie, I'd give it to you. That was awesome.
It's okay. He's got a Reese's Blizzard waiting for him.
Oh. It's not a good idea. Oh, this is awesome. Oh. The precious. The precious. A damn Pomeranian. I finally figured out what it is. It's a critter Pomeranian. Look, they're on the Planet of the Apes. Oh God!
He should be dead.
Somebody got their hand broke on that one.
Yeah. It's like one of Donald Trump's toupees came to life.
That's the Republican candidate now. The toupee.
The skinnier one reminds me of one of them powder weight hawks.
Yeah. This is starting to look like a Terry Gilliam movie.
I think that one's supposed to be a girl, maybe.
I think he's just the homosexual persuasion.
They reproduce asexually.
Still a better love story than Twilight. That voice, man, he's the Fran Drescher of the 60s, man. They're starting to perch them up high, like where they look like birds now.
Mm-hmm. Drink her essence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think that's a good idea. I would love to hear one of those Texans say they want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I would like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yes.
Peanut butter and jelly, please. Please.
Aye. She's one of the witches from Clash of the Titans.
I guess it's one of the three fates or something like that.
Hmm?
Wait a minute. I'm getting my shit crossed over. Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. She's getting the crystal.
This is your brain.
The ass end of the crystal, if you will.
Wouldn't look at it. Why wouldn't you just close their eyes?
Because you can't.
It's got a hypnotizing effect. Oh, she's not closing her eyes because she doesn't know that's what it does. You know what I mean? Like they don't tell them what's going to happen. She's looking, wondering what's going to happen, and then it just gets her.
Yeah.
Close your eyes.
Come on
In Macarena.
now. So she's the Beastmaster also?
That's another movie that came out in 1982.
Really?
Yes.
I haven't.
I wish I did. When that DVD came out, that's the only one I saw everybody from every walk of life grab it up and buy it. You could not find one when that came out around here.
Huh.
You know,
Walmart, the cheapy bin.
huh?
It's at Walmart, the cheapy bin. That's where I got it.
I haven't seen it
Not
there.
around here at all. That's one of the ones that are not around here. But I remember, I remember everybody would run, they'd get the big movie that came out, but there'd only be one or two. When that Beastmaster came out, you could forget it, man. I never saw a movie disappear like that.
We'll have to keep an eye out for another copy.
I tried
That'd
to
be
watch Beastmaster 2, man. That was awful.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was released on DVD in 2001. With the copyright on the back set.
That's another movie we could do.
Yeah, I'll try to find a copy or something. I'm sure I can find it online, like the watch on the computer, But I tell you what, man, I love those freaking monsters that ate you by like things and just looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what they didn't show is like a fly. I guarantee they were throwing something out on you or something, or sucking it up.
It did something. It dissolved.
Were those beavers eating at her arms, at the ropes on her arms?
They were otters.
Oh no, everything, the conjunction, it's about to function.
Did you notice another one of the mystics was killed?
Yeah.
That's sad. I hated that.
Why?
Well, when Betsy dies, you know, the other one dies, but what gets me is they all just look, watch it disappear, then they keep on trucking.
Uh-huh. They have to. They're drawn to each other.
Fly! Wait, you're a boy. This feels like an 80s video, man. There's a song here, like, you know, a Bryan Adams song you can play over that or something. I'm going to run to you. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, he's a bigger man than I am right there, because I was right there being in a deep, dark cave with all those things coming at me. There's no manliness coming out of me.
No.
I don't think this is a good idea.
No.
I would love for him to be crawling up, and he runs into Tom Cruise from Legend, you know, climbing up too. Darkness is, he just found it.
Wait, he didn't climb up any shaft in Legend.
I'm making it up.
Oh.
See how red it is and stuff? That darkness is down there. You know, he's got to climb up to get the plates to make the mirrors, you know?
Mm-hmm.
See, and right there you would have all the dwarves and everybody meet, you know. It'd be like that Wall E cartoon where him and the German Shepherd or the whatever it is were like clocking in and clocking out. Later, George, you know.
That was God, what kind of dog was that?
I've been bit by one of those dogs. I should know what it is, you know.
I remember that one though.
Oh yeah.
Junction. What's your function?
I'll tell you how you know when you're a grown up. The very moment you know you're a grown up. When you're a kid, you root for the Roadrunner. Like, you know, you're on the Roadrunner's side. Then you reach this age where you're like, fuck that bird, and you're all for Wile E. Coyote. That's when you're grown up. Wile E. Coyote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I was like, leave him alone, you know. And then when I got older, I was like, you know, he's working his ass off, you know. And that bird is doing nothing but sticking his tongue out, you know. Fuck him.
Nini.
What else was he doing with that tongue?
Don't care to know.
You know what? Remember that Eclipso series that came out in the 90s? When they had the big crossover with it? You could get a whole bunch of those covers because they put a plastic diamond on each one. If you get enough of those, you can make it a art crystal.
Ha! That's what that is. That's the shard.
It's Eclipso. This is where it came from. You could tie them together. I remember when I was like reading Who's Who or something when I was like 12 years old, DC's Who that explained everything, and I got to Eclipso, and you find out that his real name was Bruce Gordon. I was like, that is bullshit. Somebody didn't have an imagination to come up with a real name, so they took Bruce Wayne and Commissioner Gordon. I was so pleased. The little things that piss you off when you're a kid, it's so life and death, you know. You got one job. Look in the damn phone book, you know.
No. That's what always got me about the oh God, what's the word for it? The same letter, first and last name. Clark Kent or same sounding, or Lois Lane.
Yeah, Peter Parker.
How lazy can you be?
Reed Richards.
Look easier
Bruce
than what's her
Banner.
name.
Stephen Strange.
Yeah, but how do you explain Johnny Storm?
See, and that I never got that either. Strange for a last name.
It's real. It is real.
I had a guy at work correct me and tell me, no, it's not Doctor Strange, it's Doctor Strange Love. And I'm like, dude, that's a completely different story than what I'm talking about, the Marvel guy. No, oh my God, are you really going to argue with me?
I have to walk away from people when they get that ignorant, when they think they're right. They're not even willing to listen. You make yourself...
Unfortunately, I work butthole.
Oh my God. Sam! Mr. Frodo! Sam!
Brad, Janet, Rocky, Dr. Scott, Brad, Janet, Dr. Scott, Rocky. Rocky. There you go. I'll be working on my Dr. Frankenfurter tonight when we get off here. I'll be going around going, Rocky. You know.
That's pretty good.
I do better when I'm by myself. I don't get it, you know. Rocky. Don't you want to give in to temptation? Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's what we need to do. Damn it. I've got the script book where I know what to yell at the movie.
So I was going to say that then you'd have us sitting here singing Time Warp and shit like that. That'd be a real good one, though. We'd have...
Well, Halloween's coming up. Shit.
There you go.
I've been going to Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff since '93, man. It's always in October. Always in the winter, too, man. It's ironic, man. They want you to wear a fucking fishnet in the middle of winter.
Of course.
If you get on my Facebook, man, you'll see all kinds of pictures where I've gone to like 3 or 4 in the last couple of years. I don't wear fishnet, though. Let me get that out there. I'm always riffraff or egg.
I have still never been to one.
What?
A showing of Rocky Horror.
I really do wish there was some way you guys can come up here in October, because about an hour from me in Beckley, West Virginia, it's awesome. That's the place to go to do it. That's the best one I've been to in 20 years.
Huh.
And they're doing it every year, man. The theater looks like a Muppet Theater. I don't know what it's doing in Beckley, West Virginia, but the theater, when you go into it, it's got the red, it's got a stage in front of the screen and everything. But you go downstairs and it's just immaculate bar, and you can order your drinks and go upstairs in the theater with them.
Huh.
Yeah, man. I was sitting there drinking screwdrivers and White Russians through the whole thing. I need to do a video on that experience, man. That was I met a drunk chick who, yeah, it was fun. Not the drunk chick, the experience. Sure. It could have been me going, that's not a good idea. No! Here it goes. He's going to insert the shard into the opening.
Don't do it.
Conjunction.
Oh. See? Now we know the function.
I want to know who made the damn rules you had to wait till everything lined up. That guy was an asshole.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I know.
You always have to wait for that in the fantasy movies, right?
It's all about the moons and shit lining up every time, man. It goes to the astronomy. I would have had the guy going, "Ha ha, motherfuckers!" Ha ha, motherfuckers! See, it fits. Do that thug life shit where the fucking sunglasses come down on their face. You know what I'm talking about? Thug life conjunction. And look at her, man. Cool as a fucking cucumber, man.
What?
Well, there just happens to be a pitchfork. I'm gonna get. She thinks she's helping, man. She's really like stabbing him 20 times.
They just showed her the camera panned on her face. All I could think was Egg Shin from.
Yeah.
Huh?
All I could think was Egg Shin.
Big trouble.
I just with her face, and she's like got that look, and her eyebrows are kind of sticking up.
Do it. Go home. I'm waiting for the ohms to start. See, Batman should be jumping through that shit. Where the hell did he come from? I love this. Gotcha, bitches. Get over here.
Why are you here? Because I'm Batman.
Oh my god. Oh my god. One of my friends, I went and saw one of my friends on Friday, and I told him that story I told you before the podcast about my neighbor. He had a friend who was like in the video games real big, right? And like in the wall right behind him, and like he was sitting in bed and plays video games, but behind him, this guy and this girl were, going at it, and they just kept going and going. And he finally figured they did it so much, he got the rhythm of it. So where he loves video games, he kind of waited for a pause, and then he yelled, "Finish her!" But it gets better. But 20 minutes later, he's laying back in bed, he's playing his video games. 20 minutes later, he hears through the wall, "Round 2, fight!"
No shit.
That's good neighbors. That's good neighbors. Round 2, fight!
At least he didn't hear, "Get over here."
Finish her! Round 2, fight!
Hell yeah. Oh, goodness.
My kind of people, man. Finish her. God. I'm going to start my job tomorrow. I'll be looking around. That's what's going to be going through my head. Finish her. Now, those are some group-looking motherfuckers right there, man.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
I got to shoot a video, man. I got a bunch of stuff on eBay. I got this thing for 2 days. I can list 100 things for free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm starting to work tomorrow. And where I work at, it's about an hour drive. So,
damn.
That's what I was doing today.
That's weird. The thing they sent me on eBay, of course, it expires tomorrow. It was 500 free listings.
Might be the same thing. I don't know.
I've never listed that much.
Well, the money that I made some money last month where I got rid of some good books last month, and when they went to get their fee yesterday, they sent me an email, telling me what it was going to be. I did the math, man. It's 25% now is what they took from me. It used to be 10%, and then it used to be a flat rate back like in 2001.
Oh my God.
If you sold somewhere like $10, it was 50 cents. So $25 to the dollar, what they were paying. Now it came up to 50 cents or 25%.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's a ripoff.
that's what my math came up to, and I used a calculator. I didn't do it in my head. And now it's no longer the Dark Crystal; it's the White Castle. Come get a burger.
Wait. Yep. There's Harold and Kumar. You see him running?
I think that bitch flies there to get some burgers, So
that really sucks. So if you sell $100, they're gonna take $25.
I don't know, man. I can't remember what I made because I had one guy buy something like $50 worth of stuff and he never paid me. But I think I made something like $250 and they took $50 of it or something.
Good God.
How about flips? I've heard people saying they stay away from eBay, and I've never really listened to them. Man, that's a good movie, man. God,
It is.
I've never made a movie like that. You know what I mean?
No, and they definitely don't make them like that anymore. Probably never will again.
Satisfying movie. I need to go back and see what movies we've done. Did we do Flash Gordon? We did Flash Gordon, didn't we? That's one where Tim got hypnotized. Tim Merritt got hypnotized and was like, "Oh wait."
Flash Gordon, like one of the first ones we did.
We've done
Last one.
That's the big one we've done. That one's still getting views. I don't think it's hit 1,000 views or anything, but it's getting up there. And then
Labyrinth.
And what else did we do?
Labyrinth,
of course.
Labyrinth was the first one. That's right.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun night. People don't realize how fun this is until they actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
I get too into wanting to watch the movie and I forget to talk.
I about did that with this one. Yeah.
We only have one person watching the whole time.
That's cool.
No comments on the live chat.
That's all right. It's Sunday. Summer's about over. People are getting their vacations in. A lot of people's views on their videos, including mine, are down. There's just not a lot of people doing YouTube this month. Everybody's going school shopping and they're getting their vacations in, that kind of stuff.
I'll say that word one more time.
Vacation.
Vacation.
What is this word you're saying? What is the meaning of it?
I don't recognize that word.
I don't ask what it means. I just let them talk.
Yeah, I wish I worked at a place that actually valued its employees enough to give them a damn vacation.
I tell you what's bad is there's nowhere I really want to go. You know what I mean? Like I've traveled abroad enough to where I'm like, God, no.
I wouldn't care if I went to the fucking mountains or not. Just give me a fucking vacation.
I say, yeah, anytime I take time off, I just head north and hit the Appalachians.
Yeah, drop by here, man. You got kayak. I mean, that's what's going on. Like, I'll go. Like I'm good for a day trip, like a comic book convention, a day of hiking, hitting a kayak. You know what I mean?
I don't know about kayaking, but camping, hell yeah.
Kayaking is not bad. We're not talking about the white water stuff. It's actually really soothing, man. It's all right.
I've been canoeing. I haven't been in a kayak, but it's
Yeah, it's.
thing.
I think a lot of people think of like the real tight fitting ones and all this stuff, and if you flip over, you're stuck in there. No, kayak. It's kind of like it might as well be a canoe for one. They make the holes big enough to where you just get in there. You got a nice little chair. Just yeah. You just slide on down. It's fun. It's
I've
fun.
never been a big fan of being in a boat. I like being in the water. I just don't like being on a boat.
Well, around here, if you flip over or fall out, you can pretty much stand up.
All week on the damn radio station, they've been keeping it on the classic rock station around here. It's called 97.1 The River.
Yeah.
And all week they've been pissing me off. They've been advertising Blue Ridge Mountain property, first time for sale and something, and they're talking about like 2.2 acres for $18,000, and I'm like, holy shit! I mean, that's cheap compared to what most of the shit usually sells for. 5-something acres for $29,000. I'm like, good God, that's less than 2 acres down here where we live. Talking about private trout streams on the land, lake views, and all this and that. Stuff like that has to happen when, I'm not in a position to be able to buy shit like that.
Holy crap. Listen to this email I just got. I mean, I haven't clicked on it. It just kind of gives me the first, a little bit. Somebody has signed me up for senior soulmates. Every relationship starts with a date. Apparently, I'm really old now. Be a senior citizen. I don't think that's a good idea. No!
Senior soulmate.
Senior soulmates.
Oh, man.
Now, if it was like Anne Margaret or who's that lady who played Catwoman? Why am I going blank on her? Julie Newmar. I think about it. I'm not ashamed.
Elvira,
Deborah Harry. Yeah. If you don't want Deborah Harry, that's good. That's less competition for me. It's cool.
I don't know. The last time I saw her in something, she kind of looked a little butch.
Okay.
Lita Ford.
Yeah, I never really had a phone for Lita. She's always too butch for me.
Really?
Yeah. It's like I want to hang out with her. You know what I mean? But like, there's no attraction. You know what I'm saying? I can't put my finger on what it is. I just, no. She just looks like she'd like to want to argue all the time or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think, and Joan Jett, I knew about Joan. I could just tell by Joan. The way she kind of was like an awkward teenage boy that needed a lot of acceptance and stuff, the way she moved, I knew,
Yeah. I remember seeing her in the Highlander, the series.
I'm trying to think who did knock my socks off that I saw like on TV one time. I remember some band came out and had like, a girl lead singer or something, and I was like, whoa. I was like mesmerized. Made my beard grow for the first time,
Bengals?
Susanna Hoffs was tough, man. She had those eyes, man. She had those. She knew how to use her eyes. There is a song by the Bengals I listen to a lot. It's on a playlist I have. It's called "Going Down to Liverpool," but it's I found out that it was Katrina and the Waves song.
Huh.
From like early '80s. The Bengals had the freaky drummer, man. It looked like she needed some hormones. Like that girl took after her daddy in the worst way.
That's horrible.
But it's nothing personal, you know. It's not like the Bengals would see me and be like blown away. You know what I'm saying? You know. I was like,
You never know.
Howler, what? Hey, Susanna, that's not a good idea. You know.
No. Oh Lord! Nobody else is watching is gonna know what the hell are they?
There was a girl in there was a band, a 3-girl I don't know what you call them, a 3-girl group called Expose.
Yes.
And they had I thought one of the chicks, I thought she was really hot because she had this cute little button nose. You know, like, you know. Apparently I was into small feet and small noses. I don't know.
I remember.
Oh, I know who it was. Did you ever see Girl School by Brittany Fox? There's a song called Girl School by Brittany Fox, and right in the middle of it, one of the schoolgirls had like this long brown hair, and like looked at the camera, and I was just like, yeah, there you go.
I remember Brittany Fox. God, I'm trying to think of that one song that she had that was like a big hit.
Who?
Brittany Fox.
Are you thinking Samantha Fox? Brittany Fox was the band. Brittany Fox was the original band that was Cinderella, the Tom Toofer, and then left and took the Cinderella name. So the guys in that band that were left over became Brittany Fox. You might be thinking Samantha Fox.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah. Touch Me. That was her big hit. And I Want to Have Some Fun or something like that.
I remember. Yeah. Cinderella.
I saw them in concert with Bullet Boys and Winger.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bullet Boys came out. I thought Bullet Boys were the second coming. I thought they were cool. Winger came out, and so we all went to the bathroom. Winger had a freaking creepy song, man, that was like their big hit, about the girl being 17.
Yeah.
And what's bad is I know every word to that damn song. They played it so much on MTV back then.
I never liked that. No.
What was, yeah. Well, what was bad is they had a song come out in the 90s called Down Incognito. It was really a good song. I was like, why weren't they doing this? They actually had a real good album in the early 90s. I didn't know it was them. That's why I couldn't listen to it.
I definitely don't remember that.
Yeah. I think it's called Incognito. Yeah. He's out in the desert, man, sitting there like, you know, I'm out of money and I'm all this stuff and I'm down incognito, hiding out, you know. I was like, that's a tough little song. Remember White Lion?
Yes.
Yeah, that song Wait. Yeah, that song was everywhere.
That and what was When the Children Cry or whatever?
Yeah, everybody had to have a power ballad. That was theirs.
Yeah.
I was like, shut up, tramp. Yeah. Oh, man, they had a really good song that was also a power ballad on their second album, and all I remember is in the video, it was a man and a woman swimming. And that was the whole concept of them trying to swim and be together or something. It was pretty good.
Huh.
There was a band out of Texas that was like, I wanted them to be huge. They were called Dangerous Toys. Oh, I thought they were tough. Oh my God.
Dangerous Toys.
Yeah. Let me think of a song. Hold on. They had a couple. They had a song called Scared. They were talking about how they like to be scared, but they had another one. Woke up my lover, shaked her off with a stick. Another hangover. My head feels 3 feet thick. Stuck my head in the freezer to cool myself off. Then the girl's husband came home and caught him. Teasing, pleasing. That's a Dangerous Toys, Teasing, Pleasing. Look that one up. That's a good song. I was into that one.
Huh.
Yeah, he turns around and her husband's looking at him. He's like, "Man, I got the wrong house." You know.
Yes, you do.
This was a bad idea. I hated Motley Crue. I ended up seeing Motley Crue twice. I couldn't figure out how that happened. Oh, I hated them.
Hated Motley Crue?
Hated Motley Crue with a passion. Faster Pussycat blew them off stage when I went and watched them.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, Faster Pussycat came out. They sung Bathroom Wall. They sang, the second time I saw them, that's when they had Poison Ivy, but I saw them on their first album. And, man, when they came out and did Babylon, they freaking had that place just going. And then Motley Crue came out, and the place got a whole lot quieter. No shit.
Huh.
Let's go across the train tracks. Wait a minute. Where Kitty isn't an animal. I don't know. But it'll all come back to me.
I remember being a kid and people telling me not to listen to Motley Crue. They devil worshippers.
They had a few good songs. Don't get me wrong. Like I liked a song called "Too Young to Fall in Love." That might have been about it. Yeah. You know, so, "Home Sweet Home," man. I just got sick of hearing that song. That song played constantly for like 2.5, 3 years. And when you're that young, I mean, that's my entire middle school years that that song was out. When I watched Hot Tub Time Machine, they were talking about Motley Crue, and they ended the movie with them singing "Home Sweet Home." I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here! We're leaving."
I always liked "Kickstart My Heart" and "Dr. Feelgood."
I always thought they were posers, like they weren't from the streets, you know. I've actually got my computer on my spinner rack of CDs. I'm trying to see if there's anything left good on this. No, man, but I remember the first Anthrax song I ever saw was "Cry for the Indians," and that video, man, I was like, these guys are the real deal. They kind of freaked me out. I was like 11 or 12 or something. And then I remember when Guns N' Roses came out, man, I saw "Welcome to the Jungle," and I was just like, oh, man, these guys are intense, man. Like, I really thought they would kick my ass if I was anywhere near around them, you know. And I ended up meeting Slash and Axl in '93 out here in Roanoke, Virginia during their Skin and Bone tour. That was bizarre.
Huh. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, long story short, a bunch of us went, and we had a girl that was a professional groupie go with us. She was friends with the guy that was driving, and she got us 3 backstage passes. And me, her, and Justin Jinko got backstage. When we got back there, it was nothing but a bunch of girls. I mean, I knew the deal, what was going on. Axel comes out, and it freaked me out because I was just a few inches taller than him, and he had this real deep voice come out of his mouth. It didn't match his body. And he called us pricks. He said, "Oh, pricks, man, get these pricks out of here," or something like that. So me and Justin are getting escorted out, and we get into an argument about who he called a prick. No, man, he called me a prick. No, he called me a prick. And then all of a sudden we go like almost get around this corner, and then there's Slash. And seeing Slash in real life freaked me out because, and I don't. This is going to. Anytime somebody says this isn't racist or something, I know how it's going to sound. But he was a black man with white skin. I never saw anything like that before. You know what I mean? I'm in ignorance here, you know? And then he had this real effeminate voice come out of his mouth with a little bit of an English accent. And he was like, "I'm sorry, guys. Actually, tonight." So apparently the word of the day in 1993 with Guns N' Roses was prick. That's my favorite word. And to the girl's credit, she left Axel and them, and she came back out and left with us. She didn't hang out after we got kicked out. And I thought that was really cool of her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
None of us expected her to come out. Nobody would have been mad, but she was like, she stuck with her friend. I thought that was real cool. And yeah, that was me meeting Axel. Got called a prick. You hear that, Justin? I had the final word because I have a YouTube channel. I was the prick.
Oh man, you got called a prick by Axl Rose?
That's right. That's my claim to fame.
That's fucking cool, man.
About a year later, I went to see Metallica, and I saw Metallica a lot, but this was in Knoxville, and I went with two people that I knew out of a place called Castlewood. They were just a real nice couple that were like, you can kind of tell they were meant to be together. And there was this kid with us. He was like about 9 or 10 years old. They never introduced the kid. I sat beside the kid in the back seat. He never said a word. He looked out the window. And then, like, when we got there to the concert, he sat with us, and nobody acknowledged him. And I kept looking at him. I was beginning to wonder if I was the only person seeing this damn kid. I'm sitting here, I'm like, this clown stuff. I'm so young, I don't want to, be rude, but I'm sitting here, this close to going, do you see this damn kid? So I'm like, yeah. And then, we ended up, after the concert was over, they had a band, they had a tour bus with everybody around it expecting Metallica to run out and jump on. I said, that's a decoy. Let's just go home. They're not using that bus. I knew what it was. So we ended up getting lost in the parking lots, and we ended up where all the tour buses and stuff were. And I'll be damned if there isn't James and Lars just walking across the parking lot. And it was heartbreaking to see him because when you see him in real life, James is real tall, Lars is half his size, and you can tell that Lars is the little worm that runs his mouth because James will beat your ass if you say anything. All of a sudden, I felt like I was in a Christmas Story with the guy with green teeth and his little worm. You don't want to meet your heroes. I'm serious. Well, I go back to work at the sawmill in a place called Bishop, this is outside of Tazewell, Virginia, and there's a band back then called Tommy Knox and the Blue Hounds. Okay, one of the guys that was in the band worked at the sawmill with me, and he came over there and he showed pictures. That very same night, Lars and James went to a place called the Underground in Knoxville and watched a band from Tazewell play, and it was them. Huh. Yeah, he came in with pictures of him with Lars and James. I was like, you son of a bitch. That's where they were going when they left the concert. They went and watched they went to watch a band play.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm all jealous because, I was jealous. There's no saying it. I was like, fuck,
Well, it's kind of neat to have a big band like that going to watch a local band.
And I know there's people around here that remember them that watch my channel and stuff. I doubt they're going to make it this far in the video, but they weren't that good of a band. They were just all that there was here. They're not that good. But it made it go to their head. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, I'll do this from a lot of different ways. They're not even that good of a band. I remember when my sister, I know she did it, but she met Poison, and she always had a thing for the bass player, Bobby Dahl. And I know, I don't want to call it dating, but I know. You know what I mean? I know. And when she showed the pictures of them together and stuff, I just looked at her and I went, the bass player? I was like, really? I was like, really? The bass player? Shut up! Shut up! The bass player of Poison? This is my life.
That's horrible.
I dated a girl that was the road whore for, and I actually talked to him, a guy named Frankie Benelli. He's the drummer for Quiet Riot. I've actually talked to Frankie Benelli on MySpace back in the day and on the phone.
Huh.
Yeah. And I knew there was something going on with the girl because he was sitting there going, I'm really glad she's met somebody like you. I'm really glad you're there to be with her. She had been married twice before, And I started putting two and two together because she brought out the box of pictures of her with Stephen Pearcy from Rat and all these people. But she and another girl were on the bus with Frankie Banelli all the time, laughing at all the girls trying to get in. And I was like, when did you do this? And when did this happen? When she was married to both her husbands, anytime they were like touring, say, from Pennsylvania to Florida, she would leave her husband and tour with him and then expect to come back and then not be mad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Her and another girl. That was their jobs when Quiet Riot came around. Yeah. And I'll tell you this, the girl that was the professional groupie that went with us to Guns N' Roses, right? She had a roommate. They lived in Clintwood, which is like, Clintwood was on Jeopardy as being the only town at the time that had one street light. It was an actual question on Jeopardy, right? So her and this girl were living in this trailer, and we walked in, and they got a scrapbook on their coffee table. You open it up, and it's then with all these bands, Megadeth, Metallica, just whatever's around back then. And then all of a sudden, this long-haired kid was running through the living room that looks just like, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, the Megadeth guy, Steve Mustaine. Was that his name?
Dave Mustaine?
Dave Mustaine. The little fucking 4-year-old kid looked exactly like him, to where I was like, we were looking at each other. And Justin sitting there like, we all kind of wondered. You know, you've seen Mini-Me and Dr. Evil. That's how similar they were.
Oh, shit.
Shit you not, man. I think Dave Mustaine had a kid up in Clintwood in the early 90s, man. I mean, he ran by and my mouth dropped, man, because, I mean, it looked just like him. I was just, you know, I was dying to get the kid to say, "Peace sells, who's buying?" I was dying, you know. I was like, come on, kid. I was really expecting the kid just to start singing a Megadeth song out of the blue. I was like, come on. You know, like, sweet.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted. Yeah, I mean, the kid had the '80s hair and everything, and this was like 1993. You know.
Well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt there's a number of them have a few little illegitimate kids running around.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like, you know, come on, sing in my darkest hour. Come on, you know. Seek and destroy anything, you know.
Oh, man. That would have been kind of fucked up. So what's your son's name? Oh, David. Ah, okay.
Oh man, to have cell phones back then with the cameras, man, I would have done it. I wouldn't even have asked. I'd been like, "Hey kid, cookies, lollipop," you know.
Do me a favor and go.
I would have turned on the camera. I've been like, "Say fuck you, Metallica. Come on, man. Say it." Say it, do it.
Hell yeah.
God.
I feel bad. I don't have any stories like that.
But count yourself lucky, man. You know, I mean, they sound like great, funny stories, man, but it's messed up. You know, it dents your brain and shit. You know. Oh man! Now, when I went to that Bullet Boys Cinderella Winger concert, they had California Raisins were big, and Hardy's had they were like this tall, and they had like, I don't know what you call them, like pipe cleaner wire legs and arms. And I would get, this tells you this is how metal I was back then, kind of punk a little bit. For some reason, I would take those things and I would take some rope and I would lynch them up upside down with their arms tied behind their back and shit. And I would just dangle them. So we go to this Bullet Boys concert stuff, and I just happen to have one in my blue jean denim jacket. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking I'm so close. I'm looking at the lead singer for Bullet Boys, and I'm looking at my raisin, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it. And finally, I just twirl it and throw it up there, and the fucker held it up. And you could tell he was like, "What the fuck?" But when the crowd cheered, he just went with it. You know? And he kept it. He didn't throw it back. But I mean, he picked it up, man. I mean, where I was at, I could see his face like, what the hell? Yay! Yeah! You know?
Well, they like it.
And I saw L.A. Guns. I can't remember where I saw L.A. Guns at, but this was the funniest shit. They're sitting there, and I think they were singing What Happened to Jane or something. Then they went into Gypsy or something like that. You know, one of their harder songs. And while he's sitting there singing and stuff, the lead singer's sitting there and he's doing all this shit. And he's got one of those T-shirts with the sleeves cut off, and you can see his belly button. And he's got the leather pants that are real low cut, and the fucking socks started coming out of his pants. And he picked it up, and he just got the sock and started twirling it like it was part of the show. And I'm just sitting here like, striped white socks. That's okay. You know, like, Gypsy! I hit the sky, got my sock in my hand. Gypsy, electric gypsy. Electric gypsy, that was a song. Yeah.
Now everybody knows the secret.
I would use a cucumber. I'm gonna lie big. As long as you don't wrap that, thing in aluminum foil, you can get through customs. I mean, Do you have any perishables? Well, no, I don't.
We're gonna need to pat you down.
That's all me. I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
I'm trying to think of the band. Oh yeah, man. Speaking of wrestling, man, Jamie Noble. You know Jamie Noble? In wrestling. Did you freeze up?
I don't think I was watching when. That doesn't sound familiar.
He's been around for a while. He was like in WCW, but he wrestled with two Japanese guys, and they put a mask on him and act like he was one of them. And then he's done some stuff off and on for WWE. And I mean, he's a name I just knew. I mean, I don't think he was ever a huge star. You know what I'm saying? Well, he lives up here. He lives 30 minutes from here, man. People have been seeing him in the mall for months, and just now started recognizing him.
Huh?
So, yeah, that'd be a bigger deal for if you know who he was. But yeah.
Hell, being outside of Atlanta, man, I've heard stories, all kind of stories about, especially old WCW wrestlers.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Whenever I go to Charlotte, I mean, as old as I am now, whenever I go to Charlotte, I still get that excitement if I see a limousine drive by in Charlotte thinking it's Ric Flair. I'm like, I know that's Ric Flair,
That'd be cool to see him get out and go, woo!
I've had 2-3 buddies be down there in a bar that he's walked in on, and he buys everybody drinks in there. If you're in a bar or a restaurant and Ric Flair's there and people get him talking, or he gets bored and is in that kind of mood, he buys everything.
Huh.
Yeah. I've had 2 buddies go down there and they were like, I didn't want to tell you this story because they feel bad for me. They feel like I should have been the one. And I'm like, you're right. But,
My dad used to tell me he worked at a car dealership in Gwinnett County and used to go out sometimes after work with a couple other guys, and they were talking about meeting Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh God, one of the Anderson brothers. Probably had to have been Arn Anderson. I think Ollie had already died by then.
okay.
God, a couple other, 80s WCW wrestlers. Met the, I don't know, I guess they would have had the same the guy that used to host, the heavyset guy, Joe Pedicino or whatever.
Oh, I kind of know who you're talking about. Kind of.
Heavyset guy, he was, that's all he was, just a host. When it came on, I'm Joe Pedicino, and he always had the hot blonde sitting next to him.
I'm wanting to say I remember that. I don't know.
Probably it aired on TBS, and at the time I guess they were becoming a national thing.
That's cool.
He even had a dollar bill was signed by one of them. I can't remember.
Hold on for a minute.
All right.
Oh man. You talked to Tyler any?
Not in a while. I think he got caught up in real life. That last time we did, well, I guess it was Flash Gordon's last one we did, and he said that, yeah, I texted him, and he said, yeah, he wanted to do it. He was going to see if he was doing anything that night, and I never heard back from him, and he didn't show up to the viewing.
Well, he's on Facebook, and I've seen him, put some stuff up where he met some people. I don't know if it was, I think it was comic book conventions and a few other things. And the other day he put something on Facebook, and I replied to it, as a joke, and some gorgeous girl replied back to him and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't want to read into it, but,
Well, he did say that he'd made some new friends or met back up with some old friends or something, and him and that buddy of his were trying to start a band and trying to do their own comic book and all kind of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. For a minute, I thought he was, since he was just started, collecting, and you know how it is. Sometimes people get into it and it starts to overwhelm them, and then they're like, okay. I kind of figured it kind of did that to him. He's getting carried away, and you start buying, 10 new books a week and trying to buy back issues too, and
yeah,
all that all at once. But I don't know.
Yeah, I've been thinning out what I got, man. It's going to take a while. I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I have been.
I know I got rid of 3,000 books over a course of like 2 or 3 years, and then like 2 people gave me collections for nothing and put me right back. Like, damn, broke even.
Yeah, but at least that didn't cost you anything.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm grateful, but I was just sort of like, wow,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to slow down now. School starts back Monday or tomorrow.
Oh man, yeah, I got that job. Actually, I'm gonna have to get off here. Speaking of that, I gotta pack a bag. I'm gonna try to find somebody to stay with down there and save some gas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's about an hour away, but like I said, I haven't had that paycheck situation where this job went in 3 interviews. It was supposed to have started sooner. I've got to watch the gas money and all that stuff for a little while.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
When I make it in November, I'll be all right. It's going to take me that long to catch back up out of just that 1 month and a half of no paycheck. That's how far behind you can get that quick. It's grown up shit,
Yeah, shit, if I went a month and a half without a paycheck, I'd be living back at home with my parents.
Oh, I do not have that option. So,
I mean, that or I'd be homeless.
it's either keep this place up or the van. That's my life. So, yeah. Oh, I want to, and I know I'll end up parking by a river if I get a van. I can tell.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that. Apparently, there is a little subculture of people who do that on purpose.
Yep, I've been seeing that. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Now when I was about 21, I lived in my car for 2 months. But when you're that young, everything's an adventure. You don't say you're homeless. You're just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm in my car, man. It was nothing, nothing.
Yeah. Oh. I only did that for a few days. Lived in a hotel room for a while. One of those.
That, man. Yeah.
One of those things that you pay weekly.
Yeah. Well, what's going on around here is a lot of people have been getting divorced after 20 and 30 years of marriage, and they're in their 50s and they got nothing. Oh.
So.
I don't know, man. If you go 30 years, man, is it really worth getting divorced? I don't know.
I would hate like hell to have to try to start over at 50-something. Couldn't imagine trying to be 55, 60 years old and trying to date or anything like that.
Oh, the dating, man. Yeah, no, this last year, I mean, the last couple of years, I've told you the dating stories, but this last couple of months, no, man, I'm done for a while. Oh my God. And I'm going to say this because it could probably be said about me, but if you're this old and you're single, there's a reason, man. And I've looked up so far, and I realized that my reason is a lot different than theirs.
Damn.
The last two I went out with, holy shit, man, those are some stories, man. But one ended up like we had a few drinks here, but she had not drunk nowhere near enough to be acting like this. But it went from her dancing, like we were just playing music and she was dancing, to where you could tell she started feeling sexy, and all of a sudden you're just sitting there like kind of fucking, you're embarrassed for her. The dance is so bad because you think she's being sexy and you don't want to be mean, Yeah. I'm just sitting here like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this really happening? And then let's just say, like, within a split second, all of a sudden she just turns and looks at me. She goes, I see you. I see how you look at me. I see how you look at other people. All judgmental, all this and that. Why can't you just be a human being? I'm like,
It can't be anything else.
she got right in my face. I see you. I see how you look at me. Analyzing and doing all this shit, man. And she wanted me to take her somewhere. And I was like, gladly, get in the car. And when I picked her up, we were just supposed to like come over here and eat. She fucking packed a bag for the weekend. And I met her parents. She's like 38 years old. And I was like, that's how I found out she was living with her parents. I mean, it gets better, man. I could go on. But so we get in the car, and she wants me to drive her 20 minutes away to Whitful, and I don't know where we're going. And like we're barely speaking to each other. I don't know what happened. I mean, nothing happened to like trigger that. But as soon as we get on the Whitful, when I get on that first exit, she passes out, and I'm driving around Whitful for 3 hours trying to find some set of apartments to drop her off at. And I'm thinking she's faking, so I'm like hitting my brakes trying to get her to hit her head into the dashboard and shit. That bitch was really out.
Damn.
And then the one I ended up dating after that, she was talking like we got a future and all this stuff, and I'm like, damn, she lives like an hour away. And there was a few days where I was trying to get my car fixed. So there's like maybe 1 or 2 days I didn't see her, and she like flipped out on me. She was sending me these texts and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I'll see you when I get this done. You're working. How can you help me? That kind of thing. And then I get home early one day from the place I was working, and I'm exhausted. I just spent 2-3 days getting my car fixed. I've been stressed out, trying to make money. So I hit the couch, and no sooner do I hit the couch that she calls me. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm at your door, and I hear a knock.
All right.
So we ended up breaking up, but she broke up with me through text because that flipped me out. I told her, I was like, you just flipped me out. I was like, what's going on? I was trying to be a grown up here, you know. But finally she sends me this text and she's telling me all this stuff while she's breaking up with me. And I'm like, I didn't do any of this. I think she didn't get closure from the last guy that ditched her, so she used me to get that closure. Like, she was going off on me on shit and then the next day she goes, can you post a picture of these puppies on your Facebook so I can find them a home? Like nothing happened. She was pulling a George Costanza.
Oh my God.
She was trying to act like we hadn't broke up. She didn't flip out on me, trying to act like we were still together. Then it gets better. Then I find out she's done time.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I wouldn't judge somebody on that. I would listen to it. We all make mistakes, but with everything that was going on with her, I'm like, okay, I'm like, this is all stacking up.
Go.
I'm gonna get shit.
Oh my God.
But that scared the piss out of me. Hey, what are you doing? I'm at your door. She called to knock.
Surprise. Damn.
And people are like, why haven't you made a video, in a while? Well, let me tell you.
That's pretty messed up. You find the real good ones there.
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know.
Well, it's either because you're totally sane and opposites do attract, or you're completely nuts also, and it's just.
What's sad about it is I would love to be like, oh, I'm completely nuts. No.
I thought you were going to go, I plead the fifth. No,
Oh, yeah. I told you about the one that ended up being a hooker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There was nothing. That was awesome. After that one date, 4 months later, there she is on the news, getting busted. Now, I had a pretty strong pimp hand, but I'm not interested in that shit no more. So it ain't easy, man. It's too much work,
I say, man, I know you're needing some money there, but there are better ways.
Too much work, man.
You better get out on that corner.
The Godfather, I had it right. Pimping ain't easy, man.
Imagine not. Not something I'd want to do.
All right, man, I got to get off here, man. I got to get up early in the morning. I still got to pack a bag and stuff, man. But it's been fun, man.
Yeah, it has. Need to start doing this again.
Well, I'm up for it, man. Now that I've got a job and stuff, I know my schedule. I'm off on weekends, so.
Hey, before we go, let me ask you. You ever seen those?
Fat Man?
Fat Man, the human flying saucer?
Yeah, but I don't know anything about him. One of my buddies had him. I didn't have him.
Apparently it's created by the same two guys that created Captain Marvel, or Shazam.
Yeah.
Just found him at the flea market. And just because it looked weird. It's just a guy that he literally turns into a flying saucer.
Yeah, I've never read them, but I've seen them, and they were with a stack of a book called Harvey. A guy that had different lollipops that did different stuff.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm a Harvey fan. I've never read the Fat Man stuff.
Yeah. I looked them up in the guide, and like in Near Mint, they're like $90-something books. It says issue 3 is scarce. And there's only 3 issues, and I found issue 2 and 3.
That's awesome. man. That's hit eBay. You know.
if I need money real bad.
Here, buy some Batman.
You ever read any of that?
Fost? No. What company is that?
North Star or something like that.
Okay.
Tim Vigil.
No.
I've
Nope.
heard people talk about it. It's really kind of gory.
Shock stuff, man. Yeah. I got to get into those Grindles you sent in. Those you soggy books, man. You sent your package. When I got your package, I just got through reading 3 issues of Soggy with Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them, and then there's your package the next day, and there's like 4 or 5 issues in there. I'm like, yes. You know, I was like, your package made me pretty happy, man. I mean, you know, I was like, this is perfect.
Awesome. Soggy's cool. I
can't believe I've been missing out, man. It reads like an old samurai movie with a little bit of a western in it, man.
Mhm.
God, all this time, man.
Yeah, it's a neat character, and it's from the little bit of Japanese history that I know, and from what other stuff I've read, he does a good bit of research to make it, accurate as as a fictional story can be.
Well,
historical wise.
On Facebook forever, and until recently, I mean, his wife died and all this stuff, but he was putting for a long time. He was putting up these Asian dishes that he was making, like homemade and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a lot of work for him. I mean, I think it's like it would be like us knowing our American history. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. He's just now here the last, I don't know, month. He's been putting up artwork. But, yeah, for a while there, it had nothing to do with Usagi there for a long time. So, he seems like a real nice guy. But it just gets me, man, because like he's been the letterer on Groove for like 30 years, and he's worked with Sergio Aragonis and all this stuff, and all this whole time I've had all these comics that could led to him,
Oh yeah.
And yeah, just didn't connect. But yeah, when he had that version of Lone Wolf and Cub, and they put him in the Lone Goat and Kid. For me personally, I loved Lone Wolf and Cub, and to see them in Usagi like that is, I was like, this is awesome. This is great.
Cool. I'm glad I finally got them out.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, get you some rest and enjoy your new job.
Yeah. Good luck with school and all that stuff, man.
Yeah. Hopefully this will be my last semester, at least for the criminal justice degree. I'm seriously thinking about taking the extra, what do they say, like 18 hours for a secondary degree.
Yeah.
They require you to take 18 hours of classes that are different from the classes you took, even if you have all the same requirements.
Yeah.
Going for a degree in history too, because I have a couple of extra credits. There's been a couple of semesters where just to get the financial aid, I had to take 2 classes, and there are a couple of semesters where classes that I needed they didn't have available that semester, so I picked another class that I thought I'd like just to have the credit.
Yeah.
I can apply a few of those, but yeah, hopefully this will be my last one for this. Get me a better job and stop having to work for peanuts.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It sucks being in damn mid going in the late 30s and still I'm watching 20-year-olds get ahead of me.
Oh yeah, I remember being 36 and ended up with a 24-year-old supervisor. That was weird.
That's like about where I'm at.
Yeah, The last job I had, the last job I had, I was 41 and had a 26-year-old supervisor. And it got to the point where he just dodged me because I would tell him, well, we can't do it that way. And I didn't mean to be an ass, but I just wasn't going to have Medicaid come down and do an audit on me. And, you know, yeah, it's awkward.
That sucks. Where I work now, I'm watching people that come in and work for 6 months and get put into management. I've been there for 4 years. There's another guy who's been there for right at 6. Won't move us up for nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's life.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, good luck with everything, man. Give me a yell.
Yeah,
I'm going to plan on Sunday if you want to do something else again on here. So.
Should be able to. Well, you know, first week of classes usually isn't that hard. That they don't usually pile a bunch of shit up on you first week.
Okay. Well, like I said, you got classes and I got a new job, but I mean, you know, if something happens, I wouldn't be surprised. But you know, I'm just going ahead and plan for it. You know, and if we can make it, we can make it. You know.
Yeah, only in a couple hours. I'm sure we can try to fit it in.
All right, man.
Awesome. Well, that was definitely a fun movie to do. So.
Awesome, man. All right, brother. You have a good night, man.
You too.
Later, man.
Later.